Hello, everyone. So, how are you today, partner?
I'm good. We're live again.
Yes. How do you like my haircut?
I love it. I love it.
So, I have a new haircut, and today we're not talking about haircuts, but we're going to be talking about
broken hearts.
broken hearts.
How to heal a broken heart.
Yes. And we actually chose that topic because this month is a heart disease awareness month. And we decided, well, we can talk about diseases from the heart. But we also, when you have a breakup, it almost feels like
you're going through the heart attack symptoms.
Right.
Your heart palpitates. You have this emptiness, this heaviness in the chest, and you feel actually like you're sick, right?
Yeah.
You have the sick symptoms.
And what we want to share with you, we're going to have some guests that are going to be joining us.
Yes.
But at the same time, what we want to do is share our experience.
Right.
So, do you want to go ahead first?
Well, I'm the heartbreaker. I'm usually breaking hearts. They don't break.
I remember when I asked you, you said you break hearts. Do you
I
do
break
that?
hearts, so I can call a couple of guys that, excuse me, if you don't. No, but
Just
actually,
joking.
there was one experience that, there's been many experiences, but one in particular that really broke my heart. Not to name names, but I actually felt like I couldn't get out of bed, and I didn't want to face the world not having him in my life, and it was really, really hard. And like we said, with the heart, everything from the pain in your chest to not realizing, not being able to function it's devastating, and it takes a long time to get over it. It's like the stages of mourning.
And I also talk about the fact that the longer the relationship, I think the longer it takes you to recover from a broken heart. And I personally, many years ago, I had a long-term relationship that I think it was the hardest breakup for me. And I ended up breaking the relationship. I was the one that realized that I can no longer continue to do it. Even though I loved this person with all my heart, I just knew that it wasn't the right relationship.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, Gina, that it took me about a year of going through some self-analyzing, some soul-searching. And I remember for me what worked is that I used to go to the beach. And I would go and spend time just sitting there, listening to the ocean, connecting with me. Why did I allow certain things that I shouldn't have allowed?
Right.
I concentrated more on me than actually on the person that I was with and why it didn't work. It was why did I allow things that were not good for me to stay in my life for so long? And it was years. And I would say it took me about a year when I actually started seeing the light. And what I find is that a lot of people don't give themselves the time to be able to actually grieve. It's remember we were talking about how you feel like the person that you were with, you go through a period where they were amazing. And you forget
you always forget the bad parts.
Yes.
You only remember how happy you were for a certain time, even if it was a very small time. That's the only thing you can focus on is the happiness.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you were miserable 80% of the time. It should be opposite. It should be 20% misery, 80% happiness.
The 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to my children about that, and they're like, well, what do you mean 80-20? I said, in life is not perfect.
No.
We're going to have struggles, but when you're spending 20% of your time happy with someone, and 80% of the time
Cut it.
it needs to be
needs to end.
and we're not saying cut it right away, but obviously we have to give things a try, especially when you have kids. I know many people for many years they put a lot of energy into fixing the relationship, but when you continue to be 80% of the time unhappy, why?
And also you hope that for the 20% time that you were good, that you feel that person is really is that person that you've experienced for 20%. Meanwhile, he shows the other side 80% of the time, but you forget about that.
Yeah.
And you just think oh my God, if he only did this, I would be happy. But you can't make somebody do something. So It's really about healing your heart this today, and how to move on with your life, and be able to function even during the heartbreak.
Yeah.
You know?
There was a quote that I sent to the staff. Actually, I think we posted it. And the quote talks about if you want to be unhappy, then find someone that is stay with someone that's making you sad.
Right.
Because the happiness should come from you. And that's the other thing that I think, through the years as you get older, that you realize that sometimes we think that we need this person
to
make us happy.
Right.
But no one can make you happy if you're not happy yourself.
That's right. You have to be happy with yourself and in yourself to
Yeah.
be happy with, and even to complete the relationship. Otherwise, the relationship's always going to be empty.
Yeah.
You know.
It's I mean, going back to my journey, Gina. I took on that journey where I said I need to learn from this relationship. I need to be better from this experience. And I need to figure out a way that I don't have to dwell on my pain on a daily basis. And I started creating gratitude journals.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that definitely for that year. I was so good about writing every day 5 things that actually brought happiness to my life. And I'm always saying that gratitude equates to happiness. So when you're going through a hard breakup, I really urge you to find a way to get back to gratitude, because no matter how hard life is, there is something to be grateful for. And Gina, when I couldn't find things in my life that were, I would say, Jesus, but everything is just so hard, I would go into nature. There is so much beauty.
Yeah, beauty.
Every day that is surrounding us. And if you can't find that gratitude in your life, then look outside. Look at the beautiful sun. Look at the beautiful moon. Look at the trees. Even on a rainy day, you can say, we're getting water. The trees are going to be beautiful. The water is something that we need. Or you can say, this is a day that I could be comfortable at
I
home.
think that, you're so advanced when it comes to that, to be able to switch the head. And it's funny because we're reading the book Mastering Fear.
Yeah.
Right? And it's really about just switching the way that you're thinking, even in a relationship.
Yes.
So even in a broken relationship that you're really, really sad about and heartbroken, it's just switching your brain to look at something a little differently to get you out of it. And he even says in the book, it's not easy. It's not something we can say, okay, go outside and be grateful for the rain and be grateful and you're going to feel better, because you're not. It's going to be something that has to be learned and taught. So it's something that you have developed after years.
Absolutely.
And I'm not even there yet, but yet I'm on the path to making myself better and happy and building myself up to be complete,
Right.
And of course my Paul completes me, completes my circle with us. But these things of mastering and changing the way you think really can help somebody.
It's powerful. We're very addicted to Audible
Yes.
books, everyone.
Addicted.
So we have an addiction.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that it's contagious. So as contagious as it's been, I can tell you that I sort of started it, and I'm seeing all of these different people that are addicted to actually these Audible books. So my suggestion to any of you out there, our Facebook friends that are struggling, you can go, like Gina said, it is not easy. We're not telling you here that this is a process that is going to be like a light switch. There is no light switch, unfortunately. But you can decide if you're going through go through misery lane, or you're going through go to a sad, the sad reconstructive lane. And that one where you are sad, but at the same time you're taking action to make sure that the sad moments that you're spending during the day get diminished. It is, but the only way to do that is to really take action. You need to get support from your families. We're actually, Gina, we're doing a blog on tomorrow. Actually, we're posting a blog. We were very blessed that it is certified grief recovery specialist. Actually, Alana Millings, one of our friends, my dear friend that worked with me for many years in marriage and family therapist. Wrote this blog for us because she wanted to be here, but unfortunately she couldn't join us on the Facebook live show. But she wrote this wonderful blog that I suggest for all of you to actually read it. And she's talking about the grieving process, and that there's a methodology that is used, and it's on the blog that we're going to be posting, that you could actually go get a book that talks about it, and they give you
the Grief Recovery Handbook.
Yeah, the Grief Recovery Handbook. And so you're going to be able to do that. And going back to the action. So the process is painful. We all know it. We've been through it. I think most of us could say that either we have broken hearts or our hearts have been broken.
Right.
And I think pretty much everyone experiences both, right?
Even when you break somebody's heart, there's a part that you miss, of that person, and then you start to feel the emptiness and the sadness too.
Yeah.
And it's not as hard as if they broke your heart, but
it could get confusing, right?
Very confusing. And also, when you think about the stages of grief, it's not like the person's gone. The person's alive and probably moving on with somebody else, and that makes you die a little bit more inside. Right. To know that they've moved on, and what's wrong with you that you haven't moved on yet.
Right.
But it's a very funny thing, but you really also can't tell what somebody else is going through.
So we have a question.
We have a question.
Someone would like to know how to help a friend that is heartbroken.
Definitely give them support. Listen to them. My advice is that sometimes we just want someone to listen to us. We know that.
Don't fix it. Just listen.
Try not to fix it. I would suggest. I can tell you there's suggestion that we can say. And you could even ask, "How can I help you?" Because a lot of times we think I might be able to help you, and I have the answer to help you. But say, "How can I help you?" And I would say, helping them take action. If you see them that they're going through a depressed time, take them out to have dinner.
And sometimes it's just not doing anything. Sometimes it's just doing this,
and
holding their hand and understanding and having the empathy to know that they're suffering, and that's most important. A lot of the times people want to vent, but they don't want you to fix it because you can't fix it.
Right.
You can't fix it, but they just want it. It's so much, it feels so good to get it out.
Yeah.
And to scream and to do whatever it is you need to do to feel better, but just get it out.
Right.
But I think that hopefully we're going to have our caller come in, and I think he can answer that question a little bit better.
And in addition, we I love flowers. I can tell you that when you surround yourself by beauty, especially when you're going through a period where you're feeling sad, there's things that you can do.
You just hit it on the head. You said to me, whenever I'm feeling bad, dress up.
Yes.
Do not wear sweatpants, ladies.
That's an advice that I'm going to.
Yep.
Yes.
Out of your sweatpants.
Thanks for reminding me, because when we are sad and depressed, let's say, we decide, and many of you can relate to this, I'm sure, you wear actually darker colors. Mm-hmm. It is subconsciously, you don't realize that you're doing this.
Or sweatpants, or you don't do your hair and makeup. Get dressed.
The sadder I feel, and thank God right now in this stage in my life, there's not many of those days, the more beautiful I make sure I look.
Yes.
And when you go around, let's say that you're at work and you're going through a breakup, and normally, you're feeling sad and you're wearing dark clothes, try this out. Wear some bright colors. Yeah. Put some lipstick, makeup, do your hair.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to see how many people are going to say to you, wow, Gina, you look so beautiful. Hi, Gina. Oh my God,
and
you look
walk
so
with
beautiful.
your head high. No matter how hurt you are, walk with your head high, and you're going to have people notice you to say, wow, you look beautiful. And then all of a sudden, this confidence, you're going to start feeling so good.
You start believing it. You go to the bathroom, you look at yourself in the mirror.
And that's just it. When you get heartbroken, you forget that you are beautiful. You start to think that there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you.
No.
So to be able to feel that feeling and to dress up, and I remember you telling me to do that. You said, get out of those dark clothes and put something bright on. Remember, it was work related.
It was work related. That is,
and it makes you feel so much better because everyone stopped by and said, "Oh my God, you look great today." I was like, "I do."
Yeah.
You know, so it's tell your friend it's really, really important that she gets out of the funk just by starting by putting makeup on, doing your hair, and dressing up.
It's colors are powerful. In the beauty of flowers, I mean, for me, for so many years I got roses, and the roses had to be bright colors. And I would look at that, and it reminds you of the beauty that we have surrounding us always, no matter how hard it is. We always have the ability of looking at the beauty around us. The other thing is, the language that you speak by yourself, and you have these conversations that are very powerful, and sometimes we forget how powerful they are. So if you're going through a breakup and you start saying, well, maybe I was too heavy, or maybe I was not good enough, or maybe I wasn't as pretty, whatever it is, that it's like a light switch. You could say, okay, let's move away from that conversation. Look at yourself, look at the beauty that you have. Because the fact that you are a human being, you are a creature of God, you have been giving the beauty. So we're born beautiful as it is. But the sad thing is, Gina, how many people believe that they're beautiful just the way they are?
They don't. That's the problem. They don't.
Yeah.
There's no sense of self, and you allow somebody to take that away from you. We give up our power.
Yeah.
You give up the power to be yourself and to have that confidence by allowing someone to make you feel. And again, let me back up, because no one can make you feel that way. Yes. You already feel that way. So you have to be really, really careful, and don't give up your power. Keep that power within yourself.
We have a question?
Yes, we do. Is it a good idea to date other people when you are heartbroken?
Well,
maybe
I'm on the fence with that one. I'm going to tell you.
I personally, so I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah.
Gina will tell you what she thinks. I don't think it's a good idea. I think when, again, that's my personal opinion. I'm no expert. I am not a psychologist. But personally, I can tell you that I just went through, a divorce. And it took about 2.5 years to 3 years almost for me to decide. You don't have to take that long. I just had a lot going on in my life and decided that I didn't have room for that, and that I was going to open my heart when it was the right time. But in the other breakups that I've gone through, I have taken the time. And for me, when I was so in love with this person, and I was so heartbroken that I knew that if I went with anyone, it was not going to be the right decision. You're not making the right decision. Yeah. I mean, if you want to go for fun, nowadays it's a different story. I was talking to my 29-year-old son, and these days are different, Gina. So people, I'm talking from maybe as an older person, but the new generation, they think a little differently.
Yeah, but
so what's your opinion?
I think that it would help somebody to go out, because
someone.
I don't mean fall in love tomorrow, but you should, because what you were missing in one relationship, you might get from somebody else. You might get that attention, or oh my God, you look so beautiful. Oh my God, so that you need to get yourself back. And this may not be the person. I don't think that you're going to find somebody. The next person you go out with is going to be the end all. I mean, if it is, good for you. But
I don't think you should be looking for
I think you should just enjoy
a relationship. Right. If you want to just have fun,
enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment, because I really don't think that after a breakup, especially if you're heartbroken, that you can choose the right person, because you're not in the right mindset to be able to make the right choices.
And I also think you have to fix you. Like you said, you know, you have to be able to work on you to be okay with who you are and confident with who you are. And again, don't let someone take that power away from you. So by going out, yes, I personally think that they should go out. Not to find the love of their life, but just to go out and date and to get what they were missing.
Yeah.
To bring it back, the energy and the self, you know.
I can tell you that, you know, what you also have to do is really look within and do not become a victim.
Yeah, right.
Guys,
right.
do not become a victim, because we have chosen those people that are breaking our hearts. So we have to decide why. You know, why? A lot of people say to me, you know, with the relationships that have not worked out for me, and I've been very blessed, you know, I've had an amazing professional life, but my family always jokes around that when it comes to personally choosing the right person, I've had to ask myself a lot of questions. So I've gone through this journey, and at this stage in my life, I know that I don't want to make the same mistake. Like, I really...
We won't let you.
You won't let me. So
we won't let you.
I created a committee, actually.
Yes,
right?
Your love committee.
That's one thing you could do. If you realize that you are making the wrong decisions, that you keep going to the same, you know, the same path with the same personality.
Right.
Your friends and your families are the people that love you.
Listen to them.
Listen to them when they tell you they don't like it, and they don't like this person, and that is a reoccurring theme.
Right. You know what? They're seeing red flags that you don't see because you're too close to it. And so, you know, from an outsider's perspective, you can see something that you can't see when it's right up in front.
Right.
You know, I personally wouldn't take people's gossip, because I don't believe in that either. Because if I had taken people's gossip with Paul, I would have never continued the relationship with Paul. Meanwhile, it was gossip and it was wrong. It was all, and it turned, he's the love of my life. So you have to be careful.
You have to be careful.
Yes.
You have to really choose the people that you believe in, that are with you, and that are your core, you know, your core people,
and,
your core
and have
friends,
your best interests at heart.
And that you know that they have the best interests at heart. Like, I can tell you, I personally have, I would say I'm blessed, because I have about 10 people, I would say, that I could, honestly, if they say to me together that they like this person, then I definitely give, you know, an opportunity. But if they say no, it's a no.
Right.
And it happened, right?
Yeah.
It happened, because I actually, we have one more question. Awesome. Keep the question going.
So what to do if someone feels like wants to die or wants to do attempt against his or her life? What to do?
You got to get help.
You need help.
You need to call you need to call a hotline. There are so many hotlines that are available, and it's not just for heartbreak, but you got to get help right away. You cannot succumb to.
That is at a different level, and you need to. You know, my heart goes out to you, whoever's asking the question, because that pain is a horrible pain, and I can tell you that I can relate to that. Yeah. But you need to get help,
and you will get better. It'll pass.
Yes.
You know, not the feeling of killing yourself, but the pain that you're feeling will pass. So you have to just give yourself time to heal. But in the meanwhile, you should talk to somebody. Do not. I mean, the question like that is scary. You know, you need to call a hotline right away.
And I can tell you that personally, because obviously the people that are seeing us, most of you know us. I know Gina and I are here to help you.
Yes.
You could definitely reach out to me and Gina.
Yes.
I can definitely help you get in touch with people that can help you, regardless of your economic status.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is, people feel that mental health is unaffordable, but we can make it affordable. We know how to do it. So whoever it is, you can definitely reach out, and we will find a way to help you.
Yes.
At this point, you really, when you're feeling that desperate, you know, no one is worth.
That's right.
You taking your life.
That's right.
No one. There's no person that exists.
That's right.
So you need to get help, because a lot of times we need help.
Yeah.
You might need sometimes meditation, whatever it is. But we want to make sure that you get the help that you need.
Yes.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
And we're getting, we have another question.
What about people that gets stuck, you know, heartbroken forever, and they don't want to go out again, they don't want to date anymore?
They
gave up.
They gave up.
They gave up.
You can't give up.
No,
You know, whoever is asking that question, let's say, or if you know someone, let's say that you decided that up to this point you gave up. You can change that today.
Yep.
You can decide, what do I need to do to get out of being stuck? And again, you need help, because if you're feeling to that point, right, Gina, that you don't feel like there's other choice,
like you'll ever get out of this pain.
You have given all your power to that relationship that you have, that you had in the past, and that is something that will not bring you happiness, because obviously if you're feeling stuck, you can't feel happy. So you got to figure out a way to get help and to get books. You know, I'm always recommending books because that's an easy way of, you know, trying to get help. What do you think, Gina?
I think that, you know, I think you need to call us, for honestly, because I really do think that we can hook you up with the right people to get you out of bed. And if it's not a suicidal thing and you just don't think that you're ever going to get better, just call us. Let us at least give you guidance to be able to talk to somebody, to be able to help you, you know, get to the next step and get out of bed and move on with your life.
We have another question.
How to find love again?
Love again. So number one,
don't look for it.
Decide that your heart is open.
Yes.
And that you're going to have fun with it. So going online.
And don't be desperate.
Yes.
You know, if you're desperate, you're like, oh, I
let it be a fun thing.
Yeah, because it becomes negative when you're desperate and somebody doesn't look at you the right way. Oh, it's me. Just have fun. Go out and enjoy your girlfriends. And you know what? It's going to smack you in the face when you least expect it. And that's the truth. They always say when you're not looking for it, it's when you find it.
When you find it. So, but if you want, actively start looking.
If you want to look for it, then go online.
Go online. What you can do is go online and figure out what are the top online services that people like. And this is something you can do, and look at the profiles. Take your time to read the profiles of the people that you're looking for, and make sure that your profile is honest, because now dating online, it's something that is completely growing. I mean, I talk to so many people.
And don't say something you're not.
Yes.
You know, be real. Because
the
person's going to meet you eventually, and then you're going to say you're 6'2" blonde. Meanwhile, you're 5'1" and you're dark hair and a little overweight. So just be real, and somebody's going to love you for you, and someone's going to want you for you.
Guys, any more questions?
No?
So we are wrapping up. Gina, we need to tell them about our next show.
Okay, so
on Monday.
Next show, we're going to be talking about sex and menopause.
Yes.
And I know it leaves a little bit of a little thing in your head saying, like, what could we be talking about? So it's really going to be how to get through menopause and enjoy sex in the process.
And for those women that actually are not going through menopause, but you might be having some issues that are preventing you from enjoying, lovemaking with your significant other. I would say you tune in too. And guys, if you want to tune in, you obviously can. And we will talk about certain things that are available for men. But we're going to be taping this in the city.
Yeah, we're going to be at the V Spot in the city with my dear friend Cindy Barshop, the owner of the V Spot. And we'll be talking to her gynecologist and doctors of procedures that I'm actually going through personally. So we look forward to next week. And
all right, we got to say goodbye. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Take care.